you speak of him very often as a dimension, that which is not. At the same time, you speak of him as the very first yogi who walked this planet. And in the book, you speak of him in a bewildering variety of ways. You speak of him as your 50% partner. You speak of him as your sidekick. You speak of him most recently in a poem called Profoundly Alone. You speak of him as the companion who abandoned you. Who is Adiyogi?
I'm trying to find some dignity to myself instead of just saying I'm a slave. I'm trying to put it in many words to make it dignified for myself. So, as the name suggests, the first yogi. Let's understand this. A yogi means not a man. Yogi means… yoga means union. Yogi means one who has found that union. Right now as you sit here, it is you versus the universe in a way, isn't it? Hello? You may not always be fighting, but it is actually you versus the rest of the universe. You versus the universe is a hopeless fight, a hopeless competition. So, when one's intelligence grasps this, that you versus cosmos is a hopeless way to exist, you look for ways in which either you can become the universe or universe can become you. When you manage that, we say you're a yogi. So it is that dimension which we are referring to as the yogi. Now, we're talking about the first yogi. Maybe, I'm saying, maybe there were yogis before him, but they never bothered to teach us. So out of our vengeance, we don't give them the credit. He took the time to offer the entire science and possibility to us, so we acknowledge him as the first yogi. Maybe there were others, we don't know. But we don't want to acknowledge those guys who didn't bother about us. We're acknowledging him because he sat down and taught 7 idiots who couldn't grasp a thing. They were wonderful men. But more wonderful you are, more difficult it is to work with you. But he took the time and the patience and the trouble to offer it to us, so we are acknowledging him as the first yogi.
And when you say profoundly alone and you speak of him as the companion who abandoned you?
If you… we're not talking about loneliness, we're talking about being alone. I'm alone in this existence means, in some way the existence has become a part of me. Only I exist. When only I exist, obviously I will be alone. So, but it's very profound. Usually when people are alone, they become depressed, they become lonely, they feel abandoned by the world or people around them. It doesn't matter, people feel alone even if they lose their money, you know. If they lose their phone, they'll feel terribly alone today. So, we're not talking about that kind of aloneness, we are talking about aloneness that's come out of union. So it's very profoundly alone.